Nairobi glittered under the morning sun. Inside a tall glass building in Upper Hill, George Mwangi stood like a king in his empire. Tailored suit, cold eyes, calculated mind. Downstairs, Jennifer Akinyi mopped the marble floors quietly, invisible, gentle, content with little. He did not choose her because he loved her. He chose her because she was convenient. "I will give you everything," he said in his office one evening, his voice smooth and distant. "You will never suffer again." Jennifer's heart trembled. She mistook provision for love, and she said yes. Their wedding was beautiful, but empty. He gained an image, she gained hope. Jennifer became the perfect wife. She woke before sunrise, cooked, cleaned, ironed, smiled. When Tita and Lucy were born, her world became complete. She memorized their allergies, held them through fevers, whispered prayers over their small, sleeping bodies. George noticed none of it. At dinner, he scrolled through his phone. At night, he turned his back. Jennifer kept loving. She believed love was patient. She believed love would come. She was wrong.
Then Claire and Jerry entered their lives. Elegant, educated, confident, everything Jennifer was not. George laughed again, but not with his wife. Claire visited the house often. She smiled sweetly at Jennifer. But when alone with the children, her voice changed. "Your mother is not important. She's not educated. She doesn't belong in your father's world." The poison worked slowly. Peter began answering rudely. Lucy stopped hugging her mother. One night, the words pierced Jennifer's heart. "We love Miss Claire more than you." George said nothing, and Jennifer felt herself disappearing.
One afternoon, fate intervened. Jennifer and Claire stepped into an office lift. The cable snapped. The lift crashed. Darkness, sparks, screams. When George arrived, panic filled his face, but his heart chose quickly. Save Claire first. Claire was rushed to hospital immediately. Jennifer was rescued later, injured, forgotten. In the hospital, George sat beside Claire's bed, holding her hand. Jennifer lay alone in another ward. No flowers, no visitors, no husband. That night, staring at the ceiling, something inside her changed. She stopped hoping. While recovering, Jennifer received a phone call, a job abroad, a fresh start. She didn't cry, she didn't argue, she planned. One early morning before the house awoke, she packed one suitcase. She looked at her children one last time as they slept. Then she walked out. No goodbye, no note, just silence. At first, George didn't notice, but houses speak. The kitchen grew cold. The children missed school. Laundry piled high. Peter's allergies worsened. Claire moved in, but she was not a mother. She shouted, she ignored, she complained. One afternoon, Peter collapsed with fever. He was rushed to hospital. George arrived in fear, real fear. Later, he returned home unexpectedly and heard shouting. Claire was screaming at the sick boy. That was the moment illusion died. "Where is Jennifer?" he demanded. The workers looked down. "She left a month ago, sir." A month? And he never knew. Far away, Jennifer transformed. She stood taller, spoke stronger, laughed freely. She met Daniel, a kind Kenyan doctor she once studied with years ago. He saw her worth instantly, not as convenience, not as background, but as treasure. He loved her openly. They married quietly. When their wedding photos appeared online, George saw them. His hands trembled. He flew with Peter and Lucy to find her. When they stood before her, the children cried, "Please come back, Mom." George's voice broke. "I was wrong." Jennifer looked at him, not with anger, with peace. "I prayed for love in that house," she said softly. "God answered, just not there." She took Daniel's hand and walked away. George stood frozen as Nairobi's sunset burned behind him. For the first time in his powerful life, he understood. He had everything, but he never valued the one person who gave him a home. And now she belonged to a life where she was loved. Never underestimate the silent strength of a woman, because the day she stops hoping is the day she stops staying.